You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop, and it's time for me to make some St. Patrick's Day Assorted Mini Chocolates. Got this pack on eBay. Actually, they sent us 2 packs and then a bonus spoon mold for $2, which was really good. It's not often you can find St. Patrick's Day stuff. I know I've said that in other videos, but it's exciting when you can. And then, every year we have to find new stuff. So this year, this is what we've come up with. This is from the Macon mold. I caught this logo here. It's also the logo that you see on the Macon mold bag. So it looks like they see that? Sell their own molds, which makes sense, but I've just never seen them before. It says 1 pound of melted candy wafer fills this mold approximately 6 times. So you can do, decorating. It looks like they've taken 2 kinds of chocolate plus the green, and even on this pipe here they did a darker pipe end. So we're not going to get that creative today. Why? Because I don't know why. It's not really a full maker, but it's something for me to do and show you. So I've studied the directions a little bit. There's nothing about preparing the molds. Just wash them, which I did. And there's here, I'm going to put this here if anybody's looking for a last minute St. Patrick's Day recipe. This is the St. Patty cakes. It looks like they show you what it looks like on the front using the molds, and the pieces from this you can make your little St. Patty cakes. So they have melt, pour, chill, which is really simple. Important tips, not much more to do except get the chocolate in there, cool it down, come back and show you what all the shapes look like. I know it's hard to see in the white background, but I was fortunate enough to bring in my M&E. I don't know if you remember this set, and I have the chocolate melted already. So I'm going to fill up as much as I can. Like I said, I've already scrubbed this down, and they didn't say anything about prepping the mold or spraying anything on it. So I'm just going to follow their directions and start filling. Not sure I'm going to do them all, but I do want to do that spoon. So I'm just going to, that's what I like about this little M&E set. It has a little pour area there. I'll just put some in this one. Ooh, looks like too much. Maybe not. We'll see. I'll scoop it out if it is. I do like to come back and do a little bit of cleanup off camera sometimes if I do just a horrible job. But I'm not claiming to be a chocolatier in any way. Just showing you different things. And if I can do it, you can for sure do this, let me tell you. This one seems really shallow, so this time I'm going to put less in there. What I'm going to do now is let me do 2 of each. And let me tap this down. I didn't show you the melting process. If you want to see this M&E melter now, there's a whole video on this one. You can check that out in the channel where I show you how it works and the pieces that came with that set. It's a nice big mold sheet here. Looks like that one did come out okay. And I was light on this one and maybe light on the hat just a little. So let me get those topped off here. Because I think I want to do as much as I can in the green. I might clean this out. What I might do is use the rest of this on a spoon. Let me do one more, because I think I want to make some white. Hopefully this will be enough to fill a spoon. Never made a chocolate spoon before, but today's the day. Have you been following all of these St. Patrick's Day videos? Leave a comment below if you've watched every single video in this series. Okay, I like that. Let me get my spoons in here. Now I did wash this, just like the other one. I'm going to make 1 spoon. Hopefully there's enough. I really don't want to overfill the spoon part, because I think I might want to use it. Something says, use the spoon. But I have to think about that. Now this doesn't melt it super hot. This set was originally for kids to use, so you know you could put this in a piping bag and do your professional methods. That's not me. Okay, simpler. And I think I'm going to just start pushing this out to the edge, sticking it up to the top. So I have some opening here. Actually, I'm going to put this on the end. I want this a little thicker. I'm scooping it out of my area here, my spoon area, and making this a little thicker in some other areas. Take this out, because what I'm going to do is use up some of my white. So as this starts to dry or harden up, there. I'm going to scoop some of this out and start manipulating it. So I'm going to come back in a minute here. Well, it'll feel like a second. For me, it'll be a few minutes, because I want to clean up what's left here. There's not a lot, maybe enough to do one more, and then I'm going to do some white. Okay? Actually, you know what I'll do? Here, let me do this. Let's break from my original thought here. It looks like, now, maybe I can. Now, they want you to paint it in that section of the mold. I'm going for broke here. I'm just going to do that. And then I'll come back and top that off with the white. Actually, it looks like I can do the whole like front band in the green. That might look cool. Again, I am not a chocolatier, everybody. What is a chocolatier? Well, it's someone who works with chocolate a lot. That's probably one of the top 5 comments on our videos. They see me melting chocolate and saying, why bother melting it? Just eat it. Doesn't make any sense why you would melt good chocolate to make new chocolate. Well, it does, because that's what chocolatiers do. And they make some really cool things from it. Pieces of art, actually. All right, enough of that. I'm going to check back in a few minutes. I'm going to clean this out and then come back with some white. All right, I am back. These are chilled now. I did read that for the painting, it was called Painted Pieces. Melt and mold desired colors of candy wafers separately. Fill cavities of make and mold painter's palette with one color of melted wafers, and then you can paint one color in each mold cavity. Chill 3 minutes. So if you do want to get more creative than me, you can surely do all that stuff. There's other stuff there that you can do. You know, if you want to challenge yourself more than I'm challenging myself right now. I was able to grab that because it's not hot like you would think. So now I am wrapping up. I've got the green in there. I'll have to chill this. My spoon was much thicker, so I'm kind of letting that do its own thing. So how creative would you be? That is the question. Ooh, I have my limitations. How's that? And not because I don't like being creative. You've seen a lot of the crazy sets. I can get down with it and be dainty. Okay. Doing okay, pouring it out like, ooh, I spoke too soon. Everything was going good. Everything was nice and even. And then I say something and it goes outside of my mold area. Okay, there we go. We tap this down. Had just enough in there. That little M&E maker has done wonders for us. It'd be really good for a kid, young child that wants to do this without a stove. You can. It's hard to find. But I'm sure there's other maybe kids makers you could use. We did the Chocolate Boutique. That one probably would do the same thing. This one just seems to be one of the fastest in regards to melters because you plug it in. A lot of those other ones are battery operated. You know, these older ones seem to be plug-in. There's probably a reason for that, because now to have a UL listing and plug something in for a child, it's just easier to make it with batteries. That's probably why they do it that way. But back in the olden days, they were less worried about kids electrocuting themselves, it seems like. Okay, let me see if I can clean this up. And why would I use my finger? That's why. So I could eat it. Surprisingly, I did okay. So let me cool this down, come back, and we'll wrap it all up. Almost no chocolate wasted, but enough to enjoy with a finger or two. And we'll check right back. I am back. I had these chilling out in my refrigerator, and they seem to have hardened up really good. So it did say to just flip it over and press them out upside down. And I just wanted to say, too, that we make these videos this way because the projects are very attainable, especially the kids. We don't go too nuts. Ooh, wait, slow down there. We don't go really nuts here on the super sophisticated designs and stuff because, I don't know, for me, it's not attainable. Maybe for you, that's your kind of thing, but, you know, everybody's a little bit different. So if you wonder why we do these videos like this, that's why. So there you go, look at that. That came out pretty good. So they did them in chocolate, I did them in green. These came out really good. Let me get a plate in here. I have my St. Patrick's Day plate. Looks like I can put a chocolate right there. Look at that. Little pipes. Hats. And let me get some white clovers in there. Ooh, there's a lot. Gonna have to just stack them in. Here's the ones that I did that were double colored. I think they're cute. Nice little add-ons, you know, maybe for breakfast. Just put one out at St. Patrick's Day. I think it's a neat idea. And then there is my spoon. And I ended up hand hollowing this out and making a green spoon. See my green spoon? The heart? Look at that. And you're probably wondering why. Well, because I need to eat my McCafe Shamrock shake. Now this is not directly from McDonald's. I had to keep it in the refrigerator. But I'm going to eat that and have a little bit of chocolate. And I'm going to use my green spoon to dip in there. The frosting or the whipping on top has since separated and settled a little bit. But let me get this mixed up. Have you ever had one of these? I think they're pretty good. Ooh, making a mess. So this, accompanied with my chocolate now, gonna make for a nice little snack. Let me do this. Well, let me take a little bit out of here. There's only one way to take it out. And that's to eat it. Now, when we made the video this last year, not a lot of people. Some people did say they can't stand the taste of it. It's disgusting. Well, that could be. So let's see. Let me get my cherry out of there with my homemade spoon. Look at that. I think that'd be fun for the kids, huh? It's tasty. And it works. What I did was I put the spoon in the freezer for 2 minutes. And it was just enough hardened that I can scoop out the middle. And I melt a little bit chocolate inside there to make a nice smooth spoon. What do you think about that? Let me dip in a piece of chocolate because I think that would be good. I'm going to take one of my white hats and take a bite. It's cold and tasty. One more scoop to rinse down the chocolate. So there you go. I did it. Made some shapes, did some decorating on a basic level, made myself a chocolate spoon. Hope you enjoyed the video. And again, if you like this kind of stuff, check that description below or search our channel. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I had fun. Later. If you want to find this item, click the link in the description area below the video. You can also watch more videos in this series by clicking here. Thanks for watching. And always remember, if you see a lucky penny, pick it up.